Hello, my friends. It's probably not going to be the longest of vlogs today. Today, I'm crooked, aren't I? That better? Maybe. Today I have spent lost in the tarot. Yep. I told you before I was trying to make time for some things that are just calling to me the strongest. So I wanted to up my ante and keep to my promise with the Tarot Together videos. And so I'm back at the moment with the High Priestess because she's the next one that needs the videos. And I've just been lost today. Lost today with and being the High Priestess. Oh, it's synchronicity. Oftentimes when I'm trying to come up with the images for myself or the short meanings for myself of the tarot cards, because let's face it, we collect reams and reams of information and then we look at a card and a reading and we can go totally blank. So I try and think of images or emotions, ways to capture the meaning of the card. Very often for me it'll be a snippet from a song or a poem. I mean, something that I know well, that it already lives in my brain, doesn't have to be reinvented. And today, looking back over my notes for the High Priestess to begin recording the videos for her, the part of the charge, and this won't be phrased exactly the way you may know this part of the charge, because the words I learned of the charge are a little bit different than what's out there now. I'm not saying that what's out there is wrong. I'm saying that whoever taught me had a certain set of words. And the High Priestess today has been the part of the charge where she says, in life I bring the promise of spirit eternal, and in death I bring peace, memory, and reunion with all who have gone before. That's been the way I've captured the feeling today of spending time with the High Priestess. And because nothing is an accident, that phrase that I had captured on my order of service from Sunday from the hymn, the Lone White Bird, Great Spirit, come and rest in me. Come and rest in me. Combined with what I just quoted from the charge. The goddess as the portal to ancient wisdom, collective wisdom, and our own instinctual wisdom. Where that takes us as an individual, as a human being. And memory. Because maybe instinct is nothing more than re-remembering something we already knew. So maybe it's the bleed over from the Magician card into the High Priestess for me. Because I did his video a day or two ago and uploaded it today. That maybe he hasn't quite figured it all out yet, but he knows that he knows everything he needs to know, which includes how to find out, if he doesn't have it in his arsenal, how to get certain wisdom and certain knowledge and certain experience, that he can do it all. And she promises peace, spirit, the Godhead, the one at rest in us. Reunion. Reunion at the High Priestess level is remembering. Coming back into contact with something, if not a someone, a something, a knowing, an emotion, an energy that we've already known. And memory. Memory is a connection to our own personal memory, our collective memory as humans upon this earth and in this world, and then the memory of the Godhead within us, the memory that we are Godhead. That's where my studies were taking me this morning. It was a very, very peaceful place to go. So maybe I'll have some benefit that this long hiatus in putting out the Tarot Together videos. Distance from the original notes that I actually typed up and put in some kind of a format for myself. And now thinking of assembling them into the videos. I decided to keep doing the videos because what happens in my brain when I put together the information for them? I swear if no one else even ever looked at a video, I gained so much from the experience. It's like a remembering for me. So I spent the entire morning getting my notes together for the videos for the High Priestess, but I kept having all these little side journeys that went off where I journaled for myself and had some new insights and some new thoughts. This is my bliss, to tell you the truth. For all I get involved with people and community, neighborhood, the wider community of my church and the area that I live. Put me someplace quiet, music on, a stack of books, and a pencil and paper, and I'm there. That's how I spent the morning. Oh, I have to get my act together at some point. After I do this video, I'll go back to my studies. I have to get my act together because tonight is wine and giggles with the girls here in the neighborhood. Interesting that after this kind of day and considering who I'm studying in the tarot to get ready for the videos, I'm not really called to go hang out and socialize tonight. But I know I'll like it once I get there. At least I got to the point, again, you see my hair's still wet. I got to the point of getting a shower and thinking about going out into the world. I need to put a little makeup on and get my attitude adjusted from the High Priestess journey within, contemplative kind of thing. I need to connect to the fact that what she knows there is the connection of that to physical reality, to the world around her, to what flows from her because she came from that place. It's been a good day for me. A very, very enjoyable series of hours. Time well spent. Stacks of books, listening to music, making notes, just letting it take me wherever it wanted to go. Really, really enjoyed today. It'll be about it. Not cooking today. I'm either having reruns, as we call it here, of the cocido that we had a few nights back, or Roger just left to go get our friend from dialysis. I think I told you we go several times a week to pick him up. And our friend had mentioned that he would like to make a pit stop on the way back to get something to take home to dinner, so his wife doesn't have to cook tonight. She goes to the same get-together I do. She and I are both challenged in the same way. I don't know what the rhythm of your day is like. If you're still working or if you're raising kids and they're in school, obviously there's a certain time of the day that will be your dinner time. But in retirement, we've tended to make our dinner time a little bit later at night. And the Wine and Giggles group gets together at 6, which is, to tell you the truth, too damned early for me. It's one of those things, you know how it is when you get together with any group of people. You're either good at this or you're not. I happen to be very good at this. Yeah, nothing like knowing what you're good at, huh? Whether I agree with something or not, when it comes to anything that has to do with a group, I am really good about whatever the group decides is a group consensus. It's my way then. I'm very comfortable with it. Well, I didn't want 6 o'clock, and mention why I didn't. The majority of the women wanted to do something earlier in the evening. So to me, it's fine. But it's not, let's just say it's not aligned to my energy of the day. Do you have an energetic flow to your day? I do. And I'm not someone who likes to cook at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon for a 5 o'clock dinner. I'm just not that way. I like to spend the day doing what I choose to do, and then settle down to cook at 4 or 5. Dinner might be 6 or 7. So having to have our dinner before poker on Monday night, which is also at 6, and then Wine and Giggles for me on Tuesday night, which is at 6. It's actually a big challenge to Roger and I's flow of the day. We talked about it once. We wondered if we're just in too much of a rut. Then we realized that when you retire, when you stop working, an opportunity most of us don't have until this point in life, because even if we are at home full time, there'll be family responsibilities and other things that put us on someone else's schedule during the day. But when you retire, you're not on anybody else's schedule anymore. And it's very interesting to see then, how does your schedule settle down? Mornings for me, they're not for doing. They're for reflective things, journaling or reading. Even taking a walk counts as that for me. But that noontime to 6 time of the day to me, that's the get her done time of the day for me. And then I'm ready to settle down to dinner. Well, Mondays and Tuesdays can be a challenge that way. So anyway, according to where a friend wants to stop to pick up something to take home to his wife, who's going to the same gathering I am, I said to Roger, well, we want you to stop someplace interesting and pick up something for us. Now, this will be interesting to see if Roger does pick up something and what it is. At the time I was sick, remember, his whole answer to keeping me alive for 5 days, actually it was more like 6 days, was canned chicken noodle soup and ginger ale. Yeah. He's not the best picker-outer of our food, and he's not much into planning or having anything to do with getting meals in front of us. It's just not the thing he is in our relationship. It'll be interesting to see what he comes back with. And that will be the day. Looking forward to the ladies tonight. Didn't feel like leaving the house to go out to get any wine to contribute to the night, so I'll just take myself some iced tea. We usually bring wine and share it, and the woman who's hosting it does the munchies for us. We have 2 new women joining us tonight, and that's always interesting whenever you're in a group and you've been getting along for a certain period of time in a certain way. When there are new people, it's always interesting to see what happens to the dynamic of the group because of that. So it'll be interesting. I'm not in a bad way, but in the sense that what you've come to anticipate from a certain energy created by a certain group, and this can be any group you're a part of. It's always interesting when something is introduced to that which changes the dynamics. Yeah, this is kind of a rambly video today, isn't it? Really, today's been my kind of day. For 2 cents, probably I wouldn't go out tonight. I would keep this up. That's what happens when I get immersed in studying things. I just want to keep at that. I was this way as a kid, too. I remember when I wanted to get up to my eyeballs in mythology. It was Greek and Egyptian mythology. One summer, on a manual typewriter, of course, because remember the days, I typed up from the Encyclopedia Britannica, word for word, every article they had on Egyptian and Greek deities. To this day, I'm not quite sure why I did that. I mean, the information was all there in the encyclopedia. So I don't know why I was driven to do that. Oh, the cool thing about it is, in the act of typing, especially manual typewriting, it doesn't do the same for me typing on a computer, but manual typewriting, there's some connection between the brain and the finger that is a little different for me. It meant I remembered a lot of what I learned that summer. But I swear I spent the entire summer, I think I would have been 15. Because by the time I was 16, I had a job in the summer and I also had a boyfriend, so I had other things to do. So I think it was maybe the summer I was 15. Literally, I remember blisters on my fingers that summer from typing all of that. I don't know what happened to it. I have no recollection of whatever happened to it. But I remember that. Which is all said that when I am into something, I get totally up to my eyeballs into something. Somebody's going to walk by the house. I wonder if Bogey's going to go crazy for you. I guess that person's allowed to walk by the house. So tarot is that for me now. And working on my book of shadows is that for me now. Awesomeness in my life. It's a good day. It's a good day. It's cloudy and damp and not all that comfortable outside on my joints today because of the coolness and the dampness. So instead of railing against the gray day, today was welcome. It was a cocoon within which I just settled into my bliss. I don't even have a tiny moment for you today. Not a tiny moment in nature. So the tiny moment is just imagine me in my bliss. It's been, and it will continue to be, I'm sure, a good day.